guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's look, we're doing a drugstore everyday look, which is everything I have on my face right now. So without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and jump into the tutorial. All right, catch you there. All right, first we're gonna start off with the Wet n Wild face primer, the Photofocus face primer. My bad. And I'm just going to apply this all over my face. Really, I can get oily and dry everywhere. This one, it feels like a little moisturizing. And then next, we're going to go ahead and go with my Covergirl 3-in-1 foundation in Classic Ivory. And first, I'm going to go ahead and put stripes all over my face, and then buff that in with my Morphe Y6 brush. Just kind of buff that, and swirl it around my face. And then I did have to go back and add a little bit more foundation in the areas where it was sparse. And then next up is, again, Wet n Wild, their Photofocus Concealer. I'm just going to go ahead and put a little bit underneath my eyes and blend it out with my foundation brush. This is an everyday look, not bothering contouring my face any. I just want a little bit extra coverage underneath my eyes. And so, and then I'm also going to set my face with the Rimmel Stay Matte pressed powder in transparent. I'm just going to focus that under my eyes and then a little bit all over my face. And then also I'm going to take a little bit of the concealer and put it on my eyelids, since I actually don't have any eyeshadow primer that's from the drugstore. And so that is what I'm going to use all over my lid. And then I'm going to, yeah, I went in a little bit because I realized that the other side didn't have as much coverage. And then for eyeshadow, I'm going to take my All Natural Wet n Wild palette. First, I'm going to take that first light shade and kind of set the concealer. Just wipe that all over the lid. And then I'm going to go ahead and take my transition shade, which is right next to that dark purpley color. I'm going to mainly focus that in my transition area, all up in my crease. Just blend it out. Making sure it all is even. And then to darken up my crease a little bit, I'm going to take the area, the color right next to it, the dark purpley color, and just mainly focus that in my outer V. And I'm gonna just pack it on some, and then blend it out with the fluffy end of the brush that you get in Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow palettes. I'm going to go ahead and do that with my next eye, of course. And then I did have to go back in to my right eye to kind of make it even with my left eye. I don't know why, but my left eye always seems to look a little bit better than my right. And then for my lid color, I wanted something that's sparkly. So I'm going to go ahead and take that pink shimmery shade. And at first I went in dry without wetting my brush, and it wasn't giving me the pigment and the effect that I wanted, so I did use a little bit of Fix Plus spray. Now this is a drugstore look. I couldn't find my Wet n Wild setting spray, but you can totally use that and it'll be just fine. And I just go ahead and put that all over my lid and a little bit in my inner corner, which you can't really see, but I went that, and I did have some fallout, and so I did wipe away the excess with my powder brush. Now for my lower lash line, I'm just going to run that transition shade a little bit underneath my eye, and then also going to run that dark purpley color as well underneath my lash line. And then for mascara, I'm using the Maybelline Colossal Volume Express. I hadn't used this in a while, and I actually forgot how much I actually like this mascara. It really lengthens my lashes. I do have pretty long lashes to begin with, but it kind of just separates them and makes them kind of pop, which I really like. And that is going to complete my eye look. And then for bronzer, I'm using, again, another Wet n Wild product. The Wet n Wild Color Icon bronzer in the shade Ticket to Brazil. And I wasn't really trying to contour, just kind of warming up my cheeks. I'm not exactly sure if this bronzer really shows up on my skin. I think I could use a little bit of darker bronzer, if I'm being honest. And then yet another Wet n Wild product. I am using the Wet n Wild Color Icon blush in the shade Pearlescent Pink. So I think that's really pretty. And then for my highlight, I'm using the E.L.F. Baked Blush. I don't know what shade is. Oh, Pinktastic. To me, it shows up more as a highlight than it does, a blush. And to get a color payoff with that, just kind of scrub the top of it. And then for my lips, I'm using another Wet n Wild product, which is the MegaLast Liquid Catsuit in the shade Rebel Rose. I like this color. It's kind of like my lips or better. And so that is the finished product. So yeah. Alright guys, that is it for today. If you like this video and you want to see more, go ahead and hit that like button and that subscribe button down below, and I will catch you on my next video. Bye!